Hey folks, welcome to my Let's Play that I'm calling Dad, I Wanna Be a K-Pop Star. With me, the wannabe trainee, and Dad being Jean-Luc Picard, the TV dad for most people over the age of 40. I'm kidding, I wouldn't know, I'm not 40, but I did read that on a blurb once. Be warned, this is kind of my initial impressions playthrough where I share plenty of thoughts about the game as we go through the game together. With that squared away, let's play InZOI. Okay, so before we get started, I kind of want to use... I keep wanting to use WASD. Okay, there are a couple of things about this game when it comes to camera controls. When you enter build mode, you can use WASD to move around, which is great. Makes it super convenient. But when you're in live mode or live mode, WASD moves one ZOI, so you kind of have that mix and translation there when it comes to camera controls. You can only really move right now with the left mouse button. And you can't keybind right now, that's not an option. Anyways, that is one of my complaints. I've got a couple, but again, it's early access. This is why I'm not doing a review, and I just want to play a thing with you guys. Play a thing. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Anyways, so yeah, we have this house, the Junho house. Immerse yourself in the vibrant energy of the city life while enjoying the tranquility of a peaceful home. Find the perfect balance where comforts and stability come together seamlessly. Now, we bought this as a standard home here. We haven't prefabbed it or anything like that. And in doing so, we lost quite a bit of money, but I did want to take this challenge up because I feel like we're going to need a bigger home for these two. Januarie Stories is a teenager. Jean-Luc Picard, my father, is an adult. I did want to start us off young because the lifespan does go by quite quickly, and I do want to give Jean-Luc Picard here some time to get situated in the fire department. In fact, let me go ahead and do this real quick. So let us switch off to him. Pull out our phone and pick up that job, why don't we? Interestingly enough, you can actually, it feels like this active career, the firefighter career, is the most well developed because we'll just apply right now and we could check the career path. There are about 5 steps. Most jobs right now in the game are about 3 to 2 steps or 2 promotions. This one has up to 5 promotion potential, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna get Jean-Luc Picard started on that. And I kind of wanted to look throughout the home and sort of redesign this. So this is the default house. I like playing with the walls up. I do apologize if that annoys you, but I like seeing the walls and stuff like that. It makes it much more voyeuristic, I guess, in that sense. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let me go ahead and fix up the house, and then I'll check back in with you once I've made that second bedroom for myself. The first thing I wanted to do is sort of think about how I would like to expand the bedroom. Eventually, I'd like to expand the bathroom too. I just wanted to generally expand the space so it's less claustrophobic. At this point, I'm just moving things out of the way and placing them generally where I think they'd fit better. I ended up choosing a single bed for my ZOI for now. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with this basement level room. I mean, right now it's just gonna be the workout room storage area. But there's definitely, you know, we can definitely find a use for that. And I did want to put this washer dryer thing down here just because, I don't know, let's see if we can make use of it. There might be a clearance issue because of these stairs here, but originally I was thinking of just like closing this off. I'm not sure if you can close it off with a wall, can you? Oh, no, you can't. It's like a whole set on its own, but look, there's this opening here. Let's see if we can make use of it. By the way, if you're curious how to quickly move items in build mode, you can just double click on the item and then that should allow you to place the object. In the second part, I follow through with the idea of expanding the bathroom. I just felt like I could make better use of the space, and honestly, I really like the grid system they have in the build mode. It's quite flexible. Right now you can run into a bit of a collision issue in regards to ZOI's interactions, but the premise I think is pretty solid. That, and you can freely move objects quickly using the Alt key. So here I'm just shrinking my ZOI's bedroom a bit. With the extended space I made, I just didn't know how to work it and how to use it. So for the sake of simplifying the whole build, I just decided to get rid of it. To give my ZOI's more space, I decided to bring in Jean-Luc Picard's bedroom in a couple of feet. I just ended up moving the walls a couple of squares over, and I removed some walls that I thought were redundant, while also selling off items I didn't quite want. So after all that shifting around and editing, I have like 6,000 monies, meows, so it wasn't that bad of an adjustment. I had to sell a lot of things as well, but yeah, as you can tell, this game, in terms of value, like in terms of how you spend your money, it's kind of all over the place. It's a little too easy right now. There isn't very much in the way of like challenge with how much money you can have and what you spend, especially when it comes to food. You'll see as we continue on to the playthrough that food isn't even that much of an issue right now. But hey, again, still early days, so it's something to consider. But I think we're settled in. I'll go ahead and, you know, change things up around the house every now and then, but I do want us to get started with the playthrough. So yeah, I think we're good. So what I'm curious about is being a teenager. What is that like right now in InZOI? We can look on our phone, check out school, and I imagine, oh, Jean-Luc Picard, that's our dad. Okay, here we go. So I go to Youngsung High School, and needs improvement. So as it stands right now, you don't gain skills for having accomplished schooling, at least for university. I went to university, so I played this game a little bit off screen, and I went to university and I did schooling there and I graduated, but you get a certificate, which sort of shows you right here that like, oh, you've graduated, but you don't get skills and you don't get advanced employment. Like you don't get promoted at work. You don't climb the corporate ladder pretty quickly. If you have a degree, it's probably just not implemented yet. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and talk to Dad and our adopted dad. So our headcanon is essentially our dad's a firefighter, which we are just getting that started right now. But our headcanon is that Dad's a firefighter and he wants us to be a firefighter. We were dropped off at the fire station as an orphan, and he's been raising us ever since. What is he doing right now? What is dear old Papa doing? He is sending a thank you message. Huh, that's nice of him. What am I doing? Oh, I'm working out. I'm getting started on my K-pop dream. What is our relationship like? So, zilch. Let's go ahead and build that rapport between father and son and see if we can get through to him and try to divert myself from being a K-pop star and taking up my father's mantle in the fire station after he works out. I do want us to gain some skills. I feel like that's going to be important. In fact, let's work out with me. Let's punch this bag, practice the fundamentals. So as we're doing that, I do want to check in with you guys and let you know what I've discovered, if you haven't discovered it already. But it seems like these icons indicate rabbit hole jobs. So that's a rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole. Whether these will be rabbit holes will stay as rabbit holes in the future, who knows? But the only active career jobs right now, so this is full-time, is the firefighter job, the K-pop trainee job, as well as the regular employee job. And then you can go part-time here, and you could do Dowon Deli for this, and then the cashier job over here. It's kind of interesting in that you can actually see your rates of like how you can get promoted, because you can apply to be a manager. You can apply to be a manager. How does that work? Anyways, we just got accepted. Cool. Now we are part of the firefighter position. Is he going to work now? Watch a yoga channel. No. Okay. What am I doing? Still working out? Wow, I am really going at it. Can I take up a part-time job? So all of these I can't apply for, right? Because these require me to be an adult. What about part-time? No, probably. What was that? What's going on? Oh, the TV broke. Oh, I should probably show you this as well. So these are kind of the stats that I'm going to be working with around the city here. We have medium across the board mostly, but I wanted to give a little bit more of a challenge, so I put this down. So increases negative, low increases negative emotion, decreases positive one. So it's just slightly low. Slightly low for family relationship here. I'm interested to know if this just affects us or all the other families in the city. And then we have city safety here. Just bring that down just a little bit down for health. Dream recurrences down a tad. And I'm keeping maximum population and vehicle count to medium, because I feel like that might be causing some crashing on my end. I have been having some crashing, but I think because I use an AMD card, and AMD didn't release any day one drivers for InZOI. So that's kind of a bummer. But I don't think I think it's less graphical, but just more of a driver issue. You know what? I've never really fixed these kind of things before. I've always had to buy and replace them. I don't know if repairing is in the game yet, but let's see if he is able to do it. Because normally they go through the whole animation and then it says I have to like buy the thing again. So I don't know if it's because they failed in repairing it. Oh, he did it. Nice work. Go Dad. You know, I will say, so I like this. I like how this menu is like a recommended chat list. I think that's pretty cool, and I like that you can check on the character from here as well. You can hit play and then play as that ZOI, so that's cool too. but I think there's like a lot of chat dialogue that can be truncated and simplified, because right now there just seems to be a lot of overlapping chat stuff. Like, for example, this is really cool here. So value accomplishments, these are specific to the traits of your ZOI, and these need to be highlighted with like a very poignant color, because you'd want to be able to use these, and I think the more you use them, you actually increase the traits for that ZOI, because it's malleable. Your traits go up and down through a chart. Let me see if I can show that to you. There's like a chart that actually shows you your ZOI's values. Oh, here we go. So I think the more you use it, that becomes more of a solid trait for your character. So values, when a value score exceeds 60 points, value-specific interactions and conversations are added, along with opportunities to experience special events. All values that score over 60 will affect the ZOI's life, and the value with the highest score becomes the core value. And I do think it can go up and down. But yeah, I think in terms of the chat box, having more emphasis on trait-specific stuff would be kind of cool, and getting rid of some of this stuff here, like ask if you think you'll get along well. I think like that's okay, I guess. A lot of this sounds kind of the same. Say your soul chose you. Like what is that? I think, again, these are just, it seems to be like a lot of stuff. Like, share thoughts of moral dilemma, and then you have another one where it says express your own philosophy. Like, that's the same thing. Oh, you know what would be kind of cool is like a second bathroom. That would be nice. I just realized. I mean, if we really wanted to, we can make this one like one big bedroom, and then have this be like another mini home, right? Have a living room here, have a bedroom here, make it a studio. But I want to keep everything in the living quarters for right now. So we have an extra bathroom there, and then let's select the entire room, and then click that. There we go. Nice. Whoa, we can look at this. That is so wild. Just have an entire GIF like as your wallpaper. So I'm actually curious, how in the world are we gonna raise the homework level? As far as I know, we only about 4 to 5 days to be a teenager. So how do we increase this? I guess we could try studying. I don't know if this is an effective thing, but you can choose to do homework on the computer. Let's just do that, I guess, and see what that does. I think going to school will be enough to sort of raise that meter, but let's just study in case that is a thing. As for our needs here, I'm going to move our needs over here. And then this over there. Perfect. Yeah, we need to make food. One thing that I wish they would have launched with in early access is a way to serve meals, because right now every person has to cook their own food, which is quite annoying, but is what it is. Let's go ahead and make food. Speed this up here. But yeah, the thing is, he's gonna be a stern father.
I'm a role model.
But I do need to raise his career up. And there's quite a ladder to climb. It'll be very interesting how the firefighter active career thing works. I've never done it, so I'm very eager to try. You only work 4 days of the week. Oh, I just realized, yeah, so you have to be very careful here. Whenever they make food, they sort of give themselves a pat on the back and are like, yay, we made food, but they don't really eat the food for some reason. I don't know why they have an animation loop there. They shouldn't. They should just go straight into eating food, so you have to be careful when you have them make food. That's speed up past them just sort of standing idle. But one thing that I've realized in terms of careers, you want jobs that you can visit often, because there's some jobs where they only offer like 3 days a week. So this is 4 days a week. This one is 5 days a week. And then like these are the rabbit hole ones. This one's 3 days a week, 3 days a week. It's just, these aren't ideal. And the reason for it is because it makes it harder to progress. You only progress while you're at work and you do tasks, right? And the less time you spend at work, the less opportunity you have of advancement. So, and it's kind of strange, because if you look at here, if the secretary is 3 days a week, if you get promoted to chief secretary, it's also 3 days a week, and then director is 3 days a week. So it's not ideal right now for these rabbit hole jobs. These are definitely placeholders. What I originally wanted to do was actually play as a reporter, but again, this is a rabbit hole, so I was like, no, let's just do some active careers. I actually have done the K-pop career in terms of like being an office worker, but I haven't tried being an idol. Being an idol would be kind of cool. And I haven't tried the firefighter one, so that's why Jean-Luc Picard is here. As far as you're concerned, you do need to also use the restroom and take a shower, so we'll have you do that. Take a shower, and then let's have you clean up the house. And I love this Swifter or this vacuum cleaner. It is amazing. So your house gets dirty every just over time. But what this vacuum cleaner allows you to do is actually just like clean a space, and that area will end up being clean, which I think is really, really nifty. All right, so now I'm gonna check this out real quick. I'm gonna see if I can use a washer. Wash with natural detergents, and we can. Okay, awesome, that's perfect. Here we are with the shower. Remember we were covering this in the news, the InZOI news and updates videos about how they are censored, and here it's a bit hazy. You have a hazy, let me just do this again. Okay, you see how you have that hazy effect? I'm just kind of curious because you can really see through the hazy effect. Why not just censor it like they do in The Sims 4? Why not just use sensors? Sensors would definitely make that harder to depict anything happening. Like, I don't understand why use that hazy effect and then you have to, you know, essentially have a ZOI wear towels or wear a towel when they shower. I don't get that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Eat the food. They'll just stand there. We can go to Central Park, right? Every ZOI has their own schedule, which you can check right here. You can click a different ZOI here and they'll have different wants. It looks like they both want to go to different places at this time. My ZOI wants to go to Central Park and Jean-Luc wants to go to the temple grounds. So they'll be off to do things there. What is this? A fitness ground full of fun and adventure with surprises awaits. Oh, cool. So he wants to go to this place right after school. And you know what? I think we're going to have them do that. So Jean-Luc, he's going to go out to the world, go to the temple, and pray that my character, my avatar, becomes a firefighter just like him. And my guy will just eat, and he's quite tired. But I do want him to have a looky-loo at the fountain and see what we can do there in terms of editing, which I think would be kind of fun. We got a text message from who? Oh, it's for me. Thank you for always understanding and trusting me. Your kindness moved me, thank you. This feels so good. I hope you're feeling what I am feeling. Some of the placeholder dialogue is just funny. Like, some of this is just shared even between like romantic relationships. But I'm gonna click that to focus on me here. Now, our character will zone out. Like, we will hit a loading screen if we go through here, but you can just walk there. Oh, I mean, we're close enough where we don't have the loading screen. But in case you do have to go to a far distance, you can, again, just walk to this place, which is really, really cool. Let's see, what are you gonna do? You know what? We're gonna leave me to my own devices. Let's check out what Jean-Luc wants to do, because he's older, but I think it'd be cool if we can get Jean-Luc a girlfriend. What is all this? Oh, it's street art. We can remove street painting? No, let's appreciate it. I cannot use this. Okay, well, can we take a picture of it? So kill. Multitasking or group chat isn't in the game yet. I don't think so anyway. But you can see, like, the starting features of it. By having like these ellipses, you can tell that they're kind of in a group chat. So it's kind of in the game, kind of not. I wonder what else we can do in the temple. Oh yeah, we can also edit this public space here. So edit public property. So we have this entire grid space to make use of, which is really freaking cool. You can make colorful ticket booth, and all of this is infinite, by the way. You don't need to actually spend money. You can make an amusement ticket booth, so you can really change up a public location and just add certain things into it. Ooh, you can even add a Ferris wheel. Are you kidding me? That's kind of crazy. What in the world? I bet you if I removed a couple of furniture or a couple of assets, I can probably fit this in here. But you can do all of this, right? I don't know if ZOIs will use it like other ZOIs. Again, a lot of this just feels like it's still in the works, and these are just placeholder activities. I'm really interested to know how the other ZOIs respond to the world around them. You know, from what I've seen so far is that other ZOIs will actually take initiative in relationships. Like, if you're close to building a good relationship with someone, you need to click a button to upgrade that relationship. I'll show you that as we move on. But yeah, like, ZOIs can be pretty proactive in like developing. Oh, we gardened. Oh, we need to do that more. I need to buy that at home and give Jean-Luc Jean-Luc some time to garden. He's more of a gardening guy anyway. But yeah, ZOIs are proactive in actually increasing your relationship. Like when my test playthrough, I had a ZOI, we were just confidants in terms of our friendship level, and I didn't want to increase it from there. But then a ZOI took initiative and actually increased that bar for me. Now, I don't know if I'm just imagining that, but it's like they increased that level, that next step in our relationship, all on their own. In The Sims 4, everything is micromanaged by you typically, and you basically determine the speed of which things happen, like especially when it comes to relationships. But in this game, other ZOIs can take initiative and change the world around you, whether you want to or not. Let's paint. Jean-Luc has always been a painter on the starship. Let's have him do that. We can hold down shift as well so that he runs to the location. And then let's have him paint a large painting. Because again, money is so easy to come by right now. So he'll just do that. What am I doing? What am I up to? Oh, I'm just talking to people. Ask them to go away. Why am I so mean? Oh, it's probably because I've turned down the negative interactions. But even when I had it at medium, I noticed that ZOIs are quite negative to each other in general. Let's just talk to people. And some of these ZOIs do have stories. Like if we look at this person here, Sophia Martin, and she's like phased through the bench there. But that aside, we can actually see some stories here. A family of foreigners who suddenly showed up one day in Dongwon. So some of these ZOIs do have stories. So these are the ZOIs created by the team, I think. And then these ZOIs are generated, I think. So this one is our family, the fire songs, because I'm going to be a K-pop artist. Jean-Luc is going to be a firefighter, so hence fire song. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so we have a screen here. First of all, controlling with WASD, I'll never get over how crazy that feels right now. It feels like I'm playing a third-person game right now. It's so interesting. Just having to move your ZOI specifically where you want it to be. I don't know, it's surreal. It's surreal. We have this big screen here. Let me add my own video. Why not? So if you're wondering, you can add your own images through that tab, or your own video through here, and it's through YouTube, and it's a YouTube link. This link is already in use. Oh, I already have it saved. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't realize it saved it for you. That's really cool. And there you go. The man behind InZOI, my sort of quasi-documentary thing about Kjun, the lead developer. And there you have it. Oh man, this game, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things to like about this game. And you know what, I've actually realized as well, having a look-a-loo at everyone's sort of reaction to this game, I think a lot of people may have expected a lot more. And I think a lot of that, and look, the thing is, when I was covering a lot of the news for InZOI, I feel like I've sort of developed my own bubble where I've sort of realized where this game was headed, and I kind of thought that people sort of had that general idea as well, how early access this game would be. Like, this game feels very much like a product demo than it does years into development. It feels there's a lot of things happening in this game, and it's not at all fleshed out. And that's kind of my expectation for it. My expectation for this game was literally like, will it run? Will it run when I hit play? Like, I had bare minimum expectations because, again, I've been following the news and sharing that with you through the channel, and I've sort of, had my expectations develop that way. But now that I'm seeing a lot of people react to this game with a wide variety of expectations, I've come to realize that they were very right, like Kjun and team, to not release this game last year in November or December. I forget when it was, but they wanted to initially release in November. It's good that they didn't, because initially I was like, oh, this game moving into early access, people will know what that means. People will be aware of expectations. People will be aware of what's in the game, what's not in the game. Now, having seen the initial reactions from a lot of different people, I'm starting to get the idea that they made the right call in pushing this game back, because even at this state, it's still pretty bare bones, right? But for me, I'm going into it like there's a lot of potential here, whereas for a lot of other folks who have given this game a go at this state are either one, disappointed by a great degree, or criticizing this game quite harshly. There is a lot of critiques that you can make about this game, even in early access. Like, one of them, for example, is, at least for me, is like same-sex relationships. Oop, we got a level up here. So now we have a brush enthusiast. They can now paint a wider variety of genres using an easel. As they increase, more styles will be unlocked. That's really cool. Awesome. Greet with flirting heart. He wants to, with who? Let's not stop you. Do that first. Oh, Jean-Luc. I never took you for the romantic type. Oh my gosh. Oh, and someone liked my creation. Oh, thanks. I do have, I guess I should also bring this up. I have a Canvas account and characters and stuff, but folks, I'm not gonna do anything with it. A lot of this Canvas stuff that I have is just for my own characters. Yeah, they're just like test characters, and I've been just trying to like, I use it as a save for like things that I create, which is going to be only really like two things, like Jean-Luc and and my character. So I would suggest you don't download anything from my thing. It's just this. I don't plan to do anything special with this account, but I do have one. So there it is. Who is this person? We're gonna talk to them. We're gonna get to know them better, and then unlock some stuff to know them by. Young adult, first impression, tried to set the mood, but ended up feeling like I might have overdone it. Oh, okay, never mind. Jean-Luc, we might be, I mean, it looks like she was receptive, but maybe we just finish our own painting? do that real quick. Whoa. Oh, I keep hitting space. For me in my brain, space means pause, but space in this game means to switch ZOIs. Anyways, there are some good faith critiques that we should talk about in this game, some of which that I'm actually surprised the game launched without having considered this element of the game, and that is same-sex relationships. So I'll just talk about that briefly. So I'd like to think I've been generous when it comes to InZOI's numerous design decisions, and generally speaking, I have this rule on my channel where I only share things I'm passionate about, and I say this to emphasize that I want to showcase games with you that I enjoy and hope that you might enjoy too. Now, I've mentioned this in prior videos, how important it is to include LGBTQ plus relationships, and to see InZOI not launch with active same-sex relationships that are tested before launch, I find to be gravely disappointing. And to be clear, you can make ZOIs in the creator studio that want same-sex relationships, but you can't find ZOIs with the same preferences spawn into the world. It's perhaps the easiest slam dunk, no-brainer decision you could make, and I know they've said it's a bug that ZOIs with a variety of relationship preferences are not spawning, or perhaps we could chalk it up to a translation error that we refer to husbands and wives so rigidly in the creator studio. Perhaps that's the case, but it's so easy to get this part right in your game. It honestly feels like a gut punch for me. I'll be including 2 videos from these 2 content creators who are incredibly insightful and add so much nuance to the conversation. They're Sachon Sims and Nat Malcolm, and I'd suggest you watch them as they dig deeper into the topic. I'll have the links in the description. But yeah, like it's so wild to not have this, especially because their FAQ says that they will feature and support same-sex relationships and marriage and romance, and this could have been an easy non-issue. Again, good faith critiques. If you want better for your game, you have to have them. At any rate, that's my piece. That was something that's been hanging over my head for a while as I've been making this LP, but that's all I'm going to say about that for now. Let's get back to the Let's Play series. Oh, he's just sitting there. Is he talking to her? I don't know. Looks like she's off doing her own thing, though, to be fair. Doesn't look like she's paying him any mind, so I guess we're just going to move on from this. Let's send this guy back home. Jean-Luc, go home, please. What are you doing? Stand up. Go home. As for me, my schedule looks like... I love this like lo-fi map song. It's addicting. I love it. I have school tomorrow starting at 8, it looks like. I also love how they dress in and out of their pajamas before they go to bed. Like, that's so cool. That only happens if they have a drawer. Otherwise, they just sort of teleport into their new clothes. But I want more immersion and more realism like that in this game. I think that's pretty nifty. Rumors are bubbling. Interest in January stories and rumors increasing. The hot rumor is... What? Saw a cool person on the street? On Bubbly? What the heck is Bubbly? What is this? I'm spreading rumors? What am I saying? Why am I blabbing, yapping my big mouth for? Oh, so this was my first rumor, and now it's picking up speed. Okay. So they start at 9. They have to get to work by 8, I guess? Oh, a missing dog. Someone came to the door desperately asking if I'd seen their dog Peanut. You seem to be lost. Should I help them or just pretend I'm not home? I gotta get to school. What the heck? Invite them inside for an explanation? We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. I decided not to turn a blind eye to the predicament. I should ask around about any potential sightings to help them find their dog. Oh boy, I feel like this is a quest that's not fully implemented yet. But I mean, we'll see about it. Did this person just straight up walk into my house? Golly, who are you? And who invited you in? I mean, I invited you in, but I didn't greet you at the door. Okay, so Jean-Luc is doing the business here. We can talk about identity, So what I would like to have happen here is like this recommended stuff should all just be about the quest, right? But as of right now, I mean, we invited him in, but I don't think there's anything that we can do. No, I mean, yeah, there's nothing we can do. We need to get to work. So we're already late for school. We're gonna follow Jean-Luc. Yeah, but if you're curious, the school is just a rabbit hole for now. He'll go there, and I think like all students go there. So if you're elementary, high school, university student, they all go to that one rabbit hole. Oh, I am running because I'm very late. Change into work uniform. You have 3 hours to do this. Definitely. Go, Jean-Luc, go! Go on fire station. Here we are. Go, Jean-Luc, hurry! I'm gonna hold down shift so he continues running. We are seeing some stuttering. Hate to see it, but there you go. It's taking him a while to pick out a uniform. Just pick one out, why don't ya? And then do administrative tasks on the computer. Okay, so that's a pretty standard affair. A pretty standard task they have you do. Wow, this place is much bigger than the K-pop K-pop place. This is cool, man. Let's go ahead and check on my character just so I can show you where he went on this map. Where am I? Right here. Yeah, right now I'm just studying. You can choose different things, like different actions. Accomplishment boost, fitness skill boost. Let's try participate in basketball and see if I get a skill boost from there. So that's my fitness level right now. Let's see if I get to level 2 at the end of the day. Okay, so after we're done eating, let's go ahead and queue up. Wow, this is our workstation. That is so freaking cool, man. How awesome would it be if you could add your own, like, videos to this? Have a meeting. Okay, so he's already queued that up himself. That was another thing I wanted to know, if autonomy would queue up their tasks. Like, for example, okay, so here's another thing you have to be wary about. He'll keep doing this task, which is a shame. Got to get him off that task and then do these. They canceled. They all canceled. So you do have to sort of babysit them right now. Where are you, Jean-Luc? Jean-Luc! There you are. What's going on? Jean, stop. Sit down. No, what are you doing? I think there was probably a conflicting order or something. Here, I'm not going to speed up time. Speeding up time seems to really bug out the actions. Okay, so read status board, work out in the weight room. Ooh, that's nice. See, now that's a cool thing that it has been implemented, at least right now, is that you can work out at work and then gain some skill points. So that's nice. So yoga mat goes a bit faster, so does the pull-ups. Concentrated, but why do you have the heartbreak animation going? Now, you do need to do a little bit more stuff. Here, do the dumbbells now. Oh, he hates lifting dumbbells. Well, we gotta fix that. Let's see, what things would you hate? What does Jean-Luc actually hate? He loves reading. He probably doesn't like self-help books, though. He'd probably be more into, like, novels, health books, art books, definitely art books. He loves all instruments. He loves repairing stuff. Maybe washing cars? Maybe he hates that? Oh, he loves coffee. He loves tea. Do we have tea? Oh, it's a shame we don't have tea. He loves Earl Grey. He's an Earl Grey man. Wait, now I'm doing PE? Okay, so maybe my character cycles through different actions while they're at school. Oh, will you look at that? Programming did go up, like a smidge. Also, it's 3 p.m. What time do you get home? When is school over for you again? How long do you stay at school? This is criminal. Go home. What time is... You stay at school all the way till 5 p.m.? What is this, a job? I worry sometimes. I want to do better, but I'm not sure if I can. Do you have any advice? Reply negatively. No, Jean-Luc. What would Jean-Luc do? Jean-Luc would try to be inspirational here, obviously. But he is kind of a stern figure in that he wants you to be self-assured. I mean, I'm just trying to think of how he treats... how he treats Wesley.
Sir, I know this may finish me as an acting ensign, but...
Shut up, Wesley!
Do I give myself the Wesley treatment? Maybe. Let's reply negatively. I'm his Wesley in this world. You're worried about things like this? How do you even plan to survive in the real world? Ooh, I didn't expect you to say that. So as far as progressing with my career goes, ooh, that is quick. We are moving much faster than we did at Adam's Entertainment in my test playthrough. 55% is awesome. Then again, there are like 5 levels to climb, and we're only earning 297 meows. All right, so the work day is over. I imagine he's gonna head straight home. Okay, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go and check up on my guy because he had something he wanted to do afterwards, but autonomy is off, and I wanted to go to Youngson School Fitness Grounds. Can I go to it now? Let's do it. Okay, autonomy back on. We'll turn off autonomy when we get to school, just so we can see if we stay on one task. Okay, cool. He's gonna go there. Go there now. So where are we off to? We're gonna run. Where is it? Where are we going? Oh, this is it? Greet with positive energy. Oh, look at me, I'm making friends. Offered a warm greeting to break the ice. It seemed to work, so Junho was receptive. How about Taeho? Left me feeling upset and confused by coldly telling me to leave without any warning. Ooh. Taeho is kind of a jerk. Ask if they think they'll get along. Okay, cool. We have friends. How is everything going? Don't forget to keep in touch. Reply positively to Jean-Luc. Oh, here you go. See, look at that. I'm doing fine. I should have called more often. I'm sorry. I'm always rooting for you, Jean-Luc. Oh, he's gone. All right. Well, let's go home too. I think we should make that person our friend. We should make Junho Kim our friend. First things first. What is happening? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Go home. So we're gonna go upstairs. Is that guy still at our house? No, he seems to have left, which is good. Develop a number. What is this? Analyze effects of free trade in the age of globalization. What the hell? Are you in high school or college? What the? Oh, research influence of free trade. I think that's what that means. So again, there's a lot of translation issues as well. So I was really keying in on the word globalization there, but I think this is it. Research influence of free trade. Endangered species protection. Ask you for a generous donation. I want to donate, sure. How much do we ask? 250? Easy speasy. Lemon squeezy. I can't wait till they add multitasking so that these interactions or these moments can be a lot more interactive and a lot more lively. Okay, so I just added a bit of decor to my avatar's room. Basically, I added the guitar and the microphone and a soccer ball or a football just because I feel like he would keep that stuff in his room and he doesn't want to keep it private. And then I also added an easel because Jean-Luc does love to paint despite not being quote-unquote good at it. But I feel like they would keep their hobbies a secret, especially Jean-Luc, who is our firefighter, kind of rugged, gritty guy. He wants to keep this hidden away, his artistic ability or desire to be artistic, away from his adopted son, us, moi, you, by proxy, so as not to inspire him in his K-pop pursuits. But yeah, there you go. Can you go and... So it's the next day, and my character woke up really early, but I do want him to sing a song. It's kind of annoying to hear so many people sing songs in the middle of the square, but I'm very curious what it sounds like when they've gotten better or near maxed out the stat. It's god awful. So obviously I'm not a natural born talent. All right, so go to school. Okay, so in this, we're gonna have him turn autonomy off, and then we're just gonna have him do one thing the whole day, or I'm gonna set him to do one thing for the full day, and see if that sticks, or if it changes over the course of the day, the task that he decides to take up. And we are here for day 2, so definitely have to change out of these clothes. Where are we in our progression for our career? All right, so after today, should we follow through with all of our tasks, we should be promoted. As far as where I'm at, am I at school yet? So we're gonna perform an action. Let's do this. Accomplishment boost, performance skill, perform choral assessment, choir assessment. Anyways, we're gonna do this. And that should increase performance. We'll see if that goes up, and then let's see if the task changes throughout the day. So stressed out, studying has been so stressful, nothing seems to stick in my head. Let's decide to do this on our own. Let's see what happens. I tried different things, listening to music, resting, goofing around with friends. Honestly, it was so much fun that I started wondering why I have been studying so hard in the first place. Maybe taking little breaks isn't so bad. As far as that impact, I'm not quite sure what that does, but it happened, and there it is. Now, this is weird. So I'm supposed to have a meeting, but everyone's already having a meeting without me, and I can't find a chair because I can't click this chair to have a meeting. Am I going to be able to complete this? Okay, I can. As long as I can find a chair to sit in, I should be okay. Like this chair I could sit in. Whoops. Have a meeting. You know what? I'm going to turn autonomy off. Maybe that's what's causing the issue. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, I am still performing this skill. All right, well, let's see if that holds. I say skill, I mean to say task. I'm still performing that task. Thank you for waiting patiently for me and always surrounding me with love. Reply positively. I'm really glad we're able to have this conversation. I just realized most of the talking we do with our family is just through text. Make new friends. So it does seem that even with autonomy turned off, you cycle through different things to do at school, which I guess makes sense in the ways of like different classes happen at different times. But this will always change, which can be kind of annoying if you wanted to focus on a particular skill. But, I mean, we'll see how far this feature progresses. Being a teenager, I think, is only 4 to 5 days. So there isn't much time to actually build that much skill in terms of, you know, being at that age when they move on to being a young adult. Oh, house is dirty. I know, because we're all busy doing something. Let's see. His schedule, he has no work tomorrow, so he can do a lot of the house stuff. I go to school 5 days a week. As far as... he'll clean up the house and do some stuff, but I also want... Whoa, what is this? Ambition, famous hacker? Huh? Notorious villain? Since when? When has that been your ambition? No, career success. So we can change ambitions here. Form a family, positive. Jean-Luc has never really been a family guy, but how about harmony and peace? Buy a house, plant five times, and then water interact with the flower pot. Let's go with harmony and peace. We'll change that. In progress. We can do house plants and all that stuff. I also want to see if we can advance a relationship with Jean-Luc. Let's see. There was a person he was speaking with, right? They were bonding over painting over at the temple, which I think is kind of a fun follow-up here. Hurong Lu. Let's see if we can talk. Wait. Oh, tried setting the mood, but may have overdone it. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to chat. As far as I know, there's no call over. Oh, you can call over. Okay. Because there's no, like, chatting. Is there chatting? I don't actually know. Let's find out. Okay, go to messages. Yeah, we can't create a message and like text somebody or whatever, or call someone over the phone. We can only invite them over. So we'll have Jean-Luc sort of explore that relationship, see if anything works out. Now, we finished up with our job. Let's see if we'll get promoted. We're at 100%. Maybe if we check in tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next time we work, we'll get promoted. Maybe. We're hanging out again. Yeah, see, we have 3 ellipses here. Am I in a group conversation? I don't know. How can one tell? Okay, so we're really hitting it off with Junho. Taeho, I do want to sort of advance the storyline of being jerks with this guy. So let's do it. You talk down to me, pal. I'm talking down to you. We'll mock him as well. Guess what? You're an asshole? I can be an asshole too. You're kind of a jerk, and I don't like that about you. So we're getting our day started. Jean-Luc is really knackered. He is so tired. I don't think he's gotten a full night's sleep since he started this job. Oh man. Ooh, we got a text message from the school. Congratulations on making improvement. We hope you grow well into exemplary talent who makes our society a brighter place. I don't know what that means. We have like no progress. A noise complaint. My neighbor suddenly came by angrily saying that I'm being too noisy. This has left me baffled. I don't even recall doing such a thing. Should I tell them they're overreacting? So I did. You know what's interesting? I sent my character. So my character was basically singing all the way until like 1 a.m. to try to get that skill up. I don't have that recorded, unfortunately. I just wasn't recording at the time, which was just an oversight on my part. But I wonder if that has anything to do with this like encounter. That'd be kind of cool. Snap back even harder. Let's just do that. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I strictly told my son, no K-pop. My neighbor's unfounded accusations filled me with rage, especially because it felt like they were in no position to judge others, not wanting to take this lying down. I decided to fight back, and then we're going to have someone come inside. It says to invite the guest inside. They walk in on their own accord, which is kind of annoying. There they are. He doesn't need to use anything right now, so you can just do that and then greet visitor. Well, he's just coming up. Okay. Well, then we'll fight inside the house. I guess having initiated the interaction, they allowed him inside the home for whatever reason. You listen to me, asshole. I don't know what you're talking about. No one was singing at 1 a.m., even if it was my son. What? You let me down? You let me down, neighbor. You keep letting me down with your accusations that are very founded. but I'm gonna try to be pedantic. Yes, Picard's always quite pedantic, isn't he?
How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form, in moving, how express and admirable, in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god.
Okay, he's gone. Why did this happen to me? During break time, some students were kicking a ball around the hallway, and it hit me right in the head. I was gonna let it go, but then they just laughed it off and didn't even apologize. When I called them out, one of them suddenly approached me with a threatening look, so I decided to show them my strength, decided to apologize first. Fight him! I put all my strength into my punch and struck them in the face. They fell backward and struggled to get up, drawing a crowd. Panic set in, and I ran before things got worse. That'll be fine, right? Oh, why'd you run? You had the upper hand. This is, these fights, growing pains. For my K-pop idol life, this will all come to haunt me later in the future. I can't wait. Okay, with chores taken care of around the house, let's go to a place. Let's go to, I want to go where there's like an easel so I can paint. The Central Park Fountain. I really wish there was like a GPS map in this game, or at least a place where you can put a pin down marker, because I don't want to teleport there. I do just want to walk there. That way we can avoid the load screens. And this is like one of the cool parts about this game. I know having an open world might just seem like a no-brainer for a lot of folks, and yeah, it is here. But seeing things happen outside your house, like cars or people talking, that's only going to get fleshed out more as this game develops, and I can't wait to see more of it. It just adds more to like a living world, you know? And it's meaningful too. It's like these characters, or these ZOIs I should say, all have interactions that'll affect their lives. And you have zero, I wouldn't say zero control, but you have a limited control over that, in the sense that you can't, micromanage every little detail. So it'll be interesting to see how different lives develop around you. Whereas in The Sims 4, you had control of virtually every single decision. Here you don't, and I really like that. Whoa, Jean-Luc. Greet lovingly, Jean-Luc. Damn, I didn't know. I didn't take him for that kind of a romantic kind of person. But you know what? Okay, if that's what your character wants to do, then let's get to know her. Ask about their persons. Let's ask about their relationship status. Let's ask about their marital status, if they'll let us. Let's take a look at their relationship, though. We have to make sure we don't overstep our boundaries, but let's read this. First impression greeted me in a way that was likable, but made me wonder if they were like that with everyone. What is this? Take care of some tips on how to beat anxiety? Sure, reply positively. Let's talk more often. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, maybe she didn't reply positively to me asking about a thing. Ooh, of course I can tell you my preferences. Nice. Alright, so what else have we learned about her? She loves cooking, reading, gaming, cleaning, spicy food, and guitar. Enjoyed a conversation despite not treading any new or special ground. Touched by a genuine sincerity, the conversation became even more engaging and felt like a memory to treasure. Oh, that's nice. Jean-Luc. Okay, cool. So here we can advance the relationship. I don't know why this is a thing, to be honest with you. I'll be very interested to know the game design decision behind having it being tiered like that. So, basically knocking down your relationship or raising it up. I don't know why that's a thing. But as far as my experience, at least in the early build, NPCs can do this on your behalf. They can make the move before you even want to do that, which I like. Again, it just makes ZOIs feel much more alive, because in The Sims 4, everything was about you, right? Like, you decide what happens. You decide how fast to move things. You decide if an interaction goes poorly or well. For the most part, that is. We got Smooth Talker, we got Rhetoric, plus, wow, Rhetoric for Jean-Luc needs to be even higher. In fact, we need to be leveling that for lore reasons. Oh yeah, here we go. So we can have more than one relationship upgrade. Suggest becoming confidants. Let's do that. And there you go. We are confidants. Okay, so we advanced another level. Now we're BFFs, and it only took a day, like most BFFs happen. But we did learn more about her. So realized that I had an absolute best friend possible. Talked for a long time, but it felt like a conversation from someone else's life. Never expected the conversation to turn out this disappointing. Their attitude was just the worst. Yikes. But we did learn more about them. They are an adult. They're single, unemployed. Volunteers are traits. Values is coexistence. So that's kind of up, Jean-Luc's alley. Oh yeah. What am I going to do right now? I'm just chilling. Just hanging out. This is so sad. Why am I sitting alone? Make some friends. Here's Junho. Junho seems like to be the only person who likes you. We're gonna do that. We're gonna chat him up. We're gonna ask about preferences. gossip about gaming, gossip about stuff, gossip about things. Just be included, man. Feel like you're part of the situation. Emily Martin. Are these, is that someone from the other family? Did Emily Martin already, like, age up? Oh, Luca Martin, yeah, they did age up, because he's right there, he aged up. So yeah, aging happens really quickly in this game. It's only been about, when you consider it, it's only been like 3 days. We started on a Sunday, right? So it's only been, yeah, 3-4 days about. Junho, let's be K-pop stars together. He has a scar. I just realized he has a scar. What the heck? Junho, are you like an in-game person? Junho Kim felt good about their sincere reaction, realized it's important to reciprocate that feeling, had a nice chat. Yeah, we're really hitting off with Junho. Junho is awesome. Here we are. A loving mother struggles to raise her greedy elder son? And a straight-laced younger son, both full of wants and cravings. Their home is small and money is tight, making the challenge even greater. Despite these hardships, she's determined to raise her sons right. Will her love be enough for the brothers to grow up happy and bright? That rhymed. University graduate, they gave her that. That's kind of cool. And send a letter. So she's doing her own thing, but she's unemployed. Yeah, the thing is, all Zois right now are unemployed and they're not really looking for work unless they've already been employed by the game. And the game does have, when the game first starts, it does give employment to certain Zois to fill up the area or the place of work. But for the most part, Zois don't actively look out for jobs right now, unfortunately. But that's going to be so exciting when that finally gets implemented well. But let's get to know him. He has a scar. I wonder what the scar, what's the story there? Oh, this is so cool. We just made a friend, folks. I'm so happy. And then he's going to be an enemy. We want to make him an enemy just because. Are you in the world? Who are you? How is Taiho middle-aged? What the heck happened there? Okay, well, he's middle-aged. I feel bad for Emily. She was literally just chilling and we didn't. Let's greet energetically. Oh, we're fighting with someone. I'm fighting with him with the lack of honesty? Oh no. Ruining our friendship already. Uh-oh. Wait, who am I saying this to? There's like 4 people in this. Are we all talking to each other? Okay, I feel like this is a sort of group functionality that is implemented. It just doesn't have an impact yet. I feel like that's the case. Oh, look at Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc is just playing guitar. I love it. Oh, that is so funny. Well, he has a mutual crush, so good for him. Wants to share positive romantic whispers. It's my character. Well, I don't know how we're gonna do that. We're not really romancing anyone. Okay, well, we'll see what we can do to try to sort of move toward their urges. Because I do think getting the stuff for the Meow Store is actually pretty powerful. For example, we have the concentration one, which is good for building skill points quickly, and then of course slow metabolism, slow hygiene. Those are all useful, but I really like the increasing in the rate when you get the rate of which you gain skills. Sorry, I can't speak. Like the critical thinking donut boosts the growth of critical thinking, so like all these like boosters are really nice. So I do want to pursue urges, and I feel like pursuing urges are a nice way to tell more of a story about your specific Zoi, even if it's something that you wouldn't necessarily do yourself. These urges do make it much more interesting. Okay, but we'll just follow Jean-Luc here because it's pretty standard what my character will do. But as to Jean-Luc, so Jean-Luc, his career. Did I get promoted? Did that happen? Yay, we're promoted! Didn't really tell us when we got promoted, but we did. We got promoted. We need to be Captain Jean-Luc Picard. It's only fitting, it's only natural. Congratulations, you've graduated. Oh, may you enjoy your future built on... Oh, I've already graduated, that's why I'm not going to school. I'm already... Which means we can get started on our career. We're gonna be a K-pop star. So while Jean-Luc is away getting promoted to becoming a lieutenant and behind my father's back. Look, I was already singing. I was getting ready for this. We're going to apply to be a trainee. Get in. Let's do it. We're already hired. Just as fast as that. When's our work day? We work 5 days a week, which is great. Today is a Thursday. Can I show up to work now, or does today not count as a work day? Okay, so who sent me a gift here? Let's check it out. And will they do that like Drake, I don't want it animation? Yeah, they will do that animation. I don't know why they do that one, but Oh, we got a vase. Who sent this to me? I don't even know, but it must have been one of my friends because you can only open gifts from ZOIs who receive them. All right, let's explore the world as a Januarie Stories. The next up-and-coming K-pop star, of course, he'll want to go out and sing and block traffic. That's my MO. Look at this. Look at this. I kind of want to get hit by a car. That's why I'm bugging out. Kind of want to see if I can get hit by a car. What happens next? Nothing. Okay, we're all right. We're fine. And I'm sort of... Oh, what's going on? I'm stuck. I'm wedged in. I'm rubber banding to that car for whatever reason. I can't believe that's a word. I've never heard the term busking before. But apparently it means to, like, sing out in public for monies. Oh, the romantic urge is fading away, unfortunately. But at least we're learning more about this town. And you can't talk to officers. Oh, yeah, you can. Before it used to say they were busy, but I guess now you can speak to them. That's kind of cool. Oh, this is blocked off. Okay, got it. And then these are like secondhand sales area, right? You can put things on here. I'm really hoping, you know, the next updates and the content. Oh, there's more busking. Look at these buskers. Okay, let me get some practice in. This is so cool. Maybe I'm gonna go a bit of RM on us here. Maybe that's who I am in part of the K-pop group. I don't know. For the most part, when you leave them alone, they'll do a lot of the easier tasks. When it comes to like weight room stuff, that one is, I guess, a lot more complicated in the coding because they don't seem to do that. I mean, he did see himself on the treadmill, but as you saw, it didn't count for anything. So ultimately, you might do a task and it might not register as complete if you're not there to hover over them. I also would like it, so I know that they want to go to certain places and that's like per their schedule, right? To give them something to do, an activity to do, have these Zois move around the city by giving them different areas that they want to go to, like, which I think is really cool, helps everything feel much more alive. But what I would like is if they had a specific task they wanted to do while they were there, not just, you know, having to be here just to be here, right? Like they have a goal of wanting to do something in this area. Because as of right now, they just walk to a place and then just sort of wander and maybe do a couple of interactions or two. But I would love it if there was like a main reason why they wanted to go. Like what is it here specifically they want to do this time around? And there's a lot of activities to do here. Like, for example, fishing is something we could do here. You know, using the easel, more busking, soccer, practice heading. So there's quite a bit of things to do. Also, you know how everyone is just awful at singing in this game? Like when it comes to busking and everything like that. I wonder if it's because all the Zois start off at 0 skill, but because the real life simulation happens in the background, they are developing their skills, you know, over time. I wonder if, like, given a couple of generations in the simulation, if these Zois will have developed, you know, skills and stuff. It's just greet with a trusting attitude. Let's just talk to somebody. We never talk to anybody. Give a friendly greeting. I mean, I know she's eating. How about you? I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. Everyone just seems so busy. Right, do we want to move on our relationship with... Is it Zin Zhang? Do we want to move on that relationship? I don't know. I feel like Jean-Luc is a non-committal kind of guy. No, he is a committed guy, but things non-committal stuff happens to him. I don't know. Do we want to invest in a relationship? I don't know. The status karma of Zois is in a risky state, so I don't really check any of this stuff. I feel like we should just let Zois be Zois even if it goes horribly wrong. I'm not entirely sure what it means, so we can scold them. It provides an opportunity to restore karma. Do we want them to restore karma? Oh my god, their karma is terrible. They're in a terrible state when it comes to karma. Does that mean they can't climb out of it on their own? Like, you have to intervene? And then you have the good stuff here. And we can basically, you know, compliment her, which will give her a chance to have 3 effects: lottery win, daily fortune, family health. So, you know, it's good to go and intervene that way too. But then does that mean she can't fall down on the scale? I imagine they can, right? But it does say, like, the CEO will visit me should people have died. The Mizuki from the Saki family and Sang Moon from the Yang family. Oh boy. I guess it only really matters if there's Zoe specifically, like, you're looking out for and you want to make sure you guide them on the right path. Otherwise, I don't see what's wrong with just letting them, you know, fumble on their own accord. I like that. I like that there's things that I can't control. So no, this is going to be tricky because being a K-pop star, you can only do that when you're a young adult. But your young adult days are numbered. And I technically am going to be missing out on advancement because of how I aged up. I'm only going to have one real working day, unfortunately. And I'll be wasting 1 and 2 days. And young adult only lasts for, how long does young adult last for? Young adult life only lasts you 9 days. So that's rough. That's rough. I might not make it to being the K-pop star that I wanted to be, which is going to be a bummer, unfortunately. But until we can adjust the lifespan days, that's sort of what we're going to have to be working with. What the heck? I'm throwing away the vase? Why am I throwing away the vase? It was a present for me. That's so rude. Oh, I'm the worst. But I do want to see what is it like to be a K-pop trainee in Adams Entertainment. I've only ever done the corporate job, so this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and run here. So holding down shift, I can run. It's also kind of criminal how you earn so little money here. As a rookie, you get 136 meows, junior 400, 600 for a senior trainee. Like, that's crazy. All right, so what's the first thing I do as a K-pop trainee? What are my goals? I'm at work. What do I do? Oh, dude, is this the boss? So does the boss get auto-generated too? The CEO in my last playthrough was a male. Okay, so I'm just analyzing this portrait. Am I at work? I don't even know. What is happening? Do I have to change out of something? Is that a thing? Okay, this is a change into practice. Oh, here we go. So change into practice wardrobe. Okay, so I needed to have done that, I guess. But for whatever reason, it wasn't queuing me up to do it. Wow, there's a lot of stuttering here. I wonder what the issue is. And then do morning dance training, and then practice on the vocals 3 times. Whoa, that's wild. Oh, how is this not a skill? Dancing is not a skill yet in this game. And there's no reflection in this mirror. They probably removed it for the sake of, like, graphical processing. Uh-oh, what's happening? Getting startled. Oh, why are you startling me? Is it because I'm the rookie? Why are you fighting with me? Here, let's develop the storyline. Greet politely. I'm gonna come in politely despite she talking down to me. She's talking down to everybody, apparently. There is so much stuttering right now. So, okay, so if you're an idol, you can, or I should keep saying idol. When you're a trainee, you can have conversations much more easily with other ZOIs. But when you're working in the office, you can't, apparently. Anyways, let's continue practice dancing. So we greeted politely despite her scaring the bejeebas out of me. But here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we've completed that. Now let's go singing. Hopefully our singing has improved so we don't have to listen to what sounds like chalk on a keyboard? Nails on a chalkboard. Oh boy. Do we have to share the room with her? Oh my god. We have not accomplished a lot. Let's check our phone, actually. Let's see how... Yeah, 5% for junior trainee. That's crazy. First day of work, and it's awful. We're doing poorly. God, so we're practicing dancing, but we need to use one of these terminals, these computers, to study producing, but they're all occupied. There's too many trainees here. Okay, cool. So we're down to our last... training session when it comes to dancing, so we can finally study here. It's interesting that they've separated the computers in the terminal, so only idols can use, or trainees can use these, and then the employees, the staff, can use only these computers. But it looks like we're going to get ahead of some of it. I can't believe we messed this up right here. That one's a bummer. That one's such an easy one to do as well. I think it was just bugging out and letting me know what I could do unless I clicked the uniform. So that's why it took a while for it to register that I had tasks to do. So if, let's say we had completed this part, what do you think it would be? Do you think you would get like 30%, 40% out of this? I want to say 30%. I want to be conservative about it. But if we'd only get 30% out of all those different tasks, then we don't nearly have the amount or the long enough lifespan to achieve ultimate stardom. No, long enough lifespan to get to senior trainee, right? Okay, we're gonna check up on Jean-Luc and see how he's done. So, oh, he did poorly. He didn't even finish any of the bummer. So that is difficult to sort of time here. Switching back and forth from two characters with two ZOIs with active careers. 26%. That's awful. So yeah, you're gonna have to just keep going with like load screen to load screen if you really want them to be, if you really want to macro their growth. All right, so I've been thinking I'm going to take care of all their basic needs right now, but I do want to make things a little bit messy here. I just want to headcanon that our dear old papa Jean-Luc has found out that we've taken up a job as a K-pop star, less K-pop, less star. But now, we're just sort of waiting until he's done cooking. But now he's going to unleash on him. He's going to yell at him. And I know that we can improve our relationship right now, but let's argue. Let's fight. What is my guy doing? What is he doing? What are you doing? He's washing his clothes. Okay, why not? But we'll take care of that all after breakfast because we're going to need a full stomach for this fight. Also, I'm immensely curious, what a bad relationship would look like in this game. It's just funny though, because I'm thinking about Jean-Luc Picard. Would we really be upset if someone didn't follow in the footsteps of being overly ambitious, doing something beyond what their perceived capabilities were to be? In fact, being an idol or a trainee or just a K-pop celebrity, that's a huge accomplishment. So wouldn't Jean-Luc, with all that in mind, I guess he's more academic inclined, right? No, he loves the arts. So I think real life Jean-Luc, who is not a real life person, would actually want you to pursue that kind of dream.
I can't live out my days as that person. That man is bereft of passion and imagination. That is not who I am.
Okay, autonomy turned off. Then we're gonna have Jean-Luc walk all the way over here. So let's queue up a bunch of different stuff. So right now, we're happily greeting. We're gonna have a good relationship. We're so happy to see each other. And he's asking us, hey, what did you do over the weekend now that you're a full-grown young adult? And I say, Dad, I wanna be a K-pop idol. And then he's going to be compared with other children. He's going to compare with other children. What more can we do here? We're going to be pedantic because, of course, we will be. It's Jean-Luc, after all. Then we're going to say that looking at you makes you uncomfortable. That's sad, but we're going to say it anyways. Next, we're going to go with, you want to drift apart. Oh, that's so sad. We'll do, insist on putting an effort to become better. And then we will do, that's cold. How about that? Let's do all of this. Oh, we're saying hi. Hello. Where do you want to fight? You want to fight over here? Okay, fight. We'll fight while sitting down. It's best to do fighting and arguing over a dirty table anyway. Do it. Unleash. Listen here. Januarie stories. You need to do better. There we go. Oh, I wonder how fast does your stuff deteriorate? Keep yelling, Jean-Luc. Keep going. He'll definitely, rethink his life journey now. Be disappointed about fearing a challenge. That is crazy. Speak in a one-sided way. And then probe to see if they're hiding anything. Are you hiding something from this family? Listen to me, Januarie stories. Are you hiding something from this family? Criticized for being swayed by false information. You think anyone can be a K-pop idol superstar? You got another thing coming. And then reprimand for making you having to repeat all of this. Weren't you listening before? And then I'm going to... Oh, he's so sad. That is sad. And then I'm going to fight back. We got to fight back. We're going to debate intensely. You know what? How about I do what I want to do with my own life, and you can be the firefighter captain person forever. Say you're about to cry. Oh, we're going to do that. You're making me cry, Picard. Lament that you have no words that you can say that can comfort me. Yikes. And then we're going to go, you won't understand, father. We got to do the no understanding bit. Tell them not to act like they understand. You don't understand me, father. You don't get... Oh, we have guarded here? Stay alert. You have doubts of keeping a wary eye on the other party. Disagreements and conflicts may occur. As far as our family current level, it's at middle. What else can we do now? Suggest keep a distance in the relationship. Whoa. Suggest to make an effort together even if it's awkward. We're going to go one level down. Let's do it. Let's suggest the worst here. I suggest we separate for a bit. Whoa, we're getting a really interesting effect. It is terrible. Oh, now we're thumbs downing each other. Oh, no. Okay, so let's go explore more of the world, why don't we? We're going to turn Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc, you can go ahead and have your autonomy. And then I'm just going to go around. I'll turn on my autonomy as well. But let's just explore the world around us. We need to separate, find ways to just cool down and just get out of each other's hair. Or my hair. Jean-Luc doesn't really have that much. Anyways, And you know what? I think Jean-Luc would paint too, you know? That's kind of, he's a painter, right? So he would love to, okay, we got to throw this away. He, I think, would definitely paint. Let's finish his painting, continue. So that's sort of the irony here. They're both painting to cool off, to cool down. And honestly, if the whole thing doesn't work out, being a K-pop superstar idol, mega person, mega celeb, then we'll definitely do the firefighter career path, because you don't need to be a young adult in order to do that. I'm really worried how much we can actually advance in this job, only because, again, our age, our lifespan is kind of in a funky area right now. I'm annoyed from having a major relationship conversation. Yeah. You'd prefer not to talk or hear from this person again, wipe them from your contact list, and block them from your bubbly. I wish we had the social media function right now. As far as bubbly is concerned, it doesn't actually appear to be a real thing. Let's make more friends. What is this, man? I'm nervous from having a negative conversation. Man, I am just thinking about how terrible that fight was. You can now paint a wider variety of genres using an easel. As their level increases, more styles will be unlocked. Got it. Wow, not bad for never having painted before. We're definitely going to sell it on the Deer in the Forest. How much can we sell it for? It'll sell for 19? Sure, why not? There you go. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some food. I think there's a cafe around here. Some of these buildings, like, I need to get used to. But, like, yeah, this is a lounge. We can actually order from here. Yeah, we're really staggering in terms of, like, our frame rate is being funky, or our character models are being funky right now. Okay, so she's ordering something. Can I order too? All right, order dining. Ooh, let's go with an omelet. At 5 p.m., why not? Oh, cool, it does work. So we pick it up here. I remember, or I don't remember this working before, that interaction. It's just so cool to, like, be here, and I don't know. I think it's so awesome. I know, press tab for shoulder view, I get it. Do I want to open up this relationship even more? I don't know. I feel like Picard is not really the Picard we know, or the Picard I know. The Picard you know doesn't really get in relationships. I mean, he does get in a relationship, but it's like touch and go. Anyways, we achieve level 3 housework, which means we're quick-handed. Or now we can say that ZOI is quick-handed. They can now purchase the premium cordless vacuum cleaner, which this house came standard with, so I don't have to worry about too much of that. Oh, he wants to go? Go. Yeah, do that. Do that, why not? And I think my guy wanted to do something too, right? Yeah, you have a thing on your schedule. What is that? Go to the temple. Let's go there by just walking or running, and that way we can avoid the load screen, and we get to see more of the city, and then we can probably find some shortcuts. Why not? Now, interestingly enough, we have 2 separate bars. We have sleep and energy. I think that could be simplified. I think sleep and energy could be like the one thing. Now, again, I could take this subway here. We're not going to. We're going to walk the rest of the way. And as you'd imagine, we're not really hurting for cash. We are pretty much surviving, especially when it comes to, like, buying food and stuff. But we can't buy any more, like, luxury items like a car or anything. And yeah, a car would help us. Hey, man, you're wearing the same thing I'm wearing. See where we got to go here. So we can make a left at this intersection and then follow it all the way down. So we'll just go this way. We'll just walk or run across the street because we just don't care. We don't care. But at the meantime, we can check out all these other places. And again, a lot of these are just facades. Can we go down this alley? We can. Yeah. Oh, this is where the tarot reading is. Oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, like, a lot of these buildings are facades, and I cannot wait to see them develop. Oh, it's going to be so freaking cool. In The Sims 4, you would just be forcibly have to go to a load screen. But here in this game, you can just go there, which is really, really nice. It does eat away at time. So, I mean, in that way, if you're going to just avoid a bunch of load screens, you might as well give yourself much more time to play throughout the day. But he wanted to be here. Now we are here at the temple. So we can actually talk to the officers now, which I find interesting. Again, before it used to say, like, busy doing other things, but now you can actually interact with them. Level 2 rhetoric gets in. There are cats or animals in the game as well, but we can't interact with them right now. Let's play with a beach ball. Yeah, there's no beach balls here. Can we get some cotton candy? So here we are. Again, they want to go to a place, but it would be just so much cooler if they had a goal in mind once they got there, like a reason for wanting to be here other than just to go to a place and fill out an area. But hey, you know, again, early days yet. Looks like Picard is done gaming, as Picard would do. Let's have him. Is she pregnant? She's pregnant. There's a pregnant Zoe. Zoe starting families on their own, confirmed? Because I thought that this game was still at the stage of spawning Zoes. I didn't know if they could actually start families on their own. That's really awesome. Anyways, well, we're talking dissatisfaction about home-cooked meals. Why are we talking right now? I sent me to go... Oh, we're fighting still. I sent my character to literally go up and sing, like to practice singing his songs and stuff. And he quit his own action just to run down here to yell at Picard. Oh, you can't? Why not? I'm gonna take off autonomy real quick, just so I can get this working. So I move this soccer ball. What happens now? Still nothing. Does he just not want to use it? Or is he quitting his K-pop stardom? I don't know. That is so strange. I moved it in case like something was blocking it, but if I move it outside, what happens? It's not broken, because if the item was broken, then it would say like repair on it, I imagine at least. So as far as him, maybe he doesn't want to sing right now. Maybe because he's sad, he doesn't want to sing. We bought a new one. Will that do the... It did. It works. I guess the item was just bugged. Or the object, I should say.
Let Ruby too get dressed in the boo, just to make the underlying the move.
I thought he was going to go more there, but yeah, his singing has improved. You know what we can actually do? And we're going to typify this eventually. So we can schedule an event. We can make an event and put something in. We're going to say my debut, right? And we can make it like a party thing. And then we can choose a location, like our home, why not? And then we could choose how long it lasts for, and go to next. And then we could choose who's invited. And then we could choose prohibited actions. We can choose actions we want them to do. Does that mean we can choose like dancing? Like people to dance? Is that enjoy music? So we can do that. Oh, we can invite him and 7 others. Okay, so let's say I think by Friday, I would have become an adult by then. Unfortunately, if there's only 9 days. We started here. Technically, we are day 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So this last week will essentially be our last week of being a young adult. Maybe that last week, so on this Friday, we'll plan something like a big event, and that's when we'll make our debut, quote unquote. We'll just RP that, headcanon that, and then we'll invite as many people as we know. So the goal for the next episode then is to just befriend so many people, and hopefully on Friday we can invite them to this big major event. We can probably have it at home. We can choose different places, right, as we saw. I would have to sort of edit a place. I'm not very good at building, and I've looked on Canvas if people have made like a stage or something. I've seen a couple of lounges, so we might do that. And what I mean by stage is that when you go to Bliss Bay, there's actually like a stage where you can perform and stuff. And I haven't really seen that here in Dongwon. And I don't think anyone's really made anything of that. You know what's interesting too? Like if I wanted to do like a performance, I would need friends who are also good musicians to help me busk, essentially. Because if I just get random people, the music's gonna sound pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of something. We'll definitely, you know, if push comes to shove, we could just choose a random place in the city, and I could throw a couple of things together real quick in terms of making it a stage. But I guess the goal for next episode, as what I said, I'll just do our best to make as many friends as possible. Also try to rebuild our relationship with dear old papa here, Jean-Luc. And I'm trying to get him promoted to captain. I think that'd be a worthy thing, especially because he is Jean-Luc. He should be a captain. And then have our showcase, and then have our dad, Jean-Luc, be proud of us in that moment. But that'll be for the next episode. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the next video, whatever the next video may be. Oh, God. You're level 7. I mean, it sounds pretty good. Oh, what is this? Bountiful fall. We finally hit fall. Fall has arrived in Dongwon City, bringing occasional autumn showers and crisp, refreshing weather and allergies, as fall often does. Under the vast blue sky, simply taking in the city scenery fills your heart with joy. Why not stroll through the streets painted in vibrant autumn colors, or join a book club to enjoy the season through reading? Embrace the warmth and serenity that this time of the year has to offer. You see. You see. Okay, anyways. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.